Hey guys, Arwen here. So today we're going to do a collective card reading and we're going to do it about a person in your life. So I have three piles here. The first one is Smithsonite. It's a green card, green stone, excuse me. The second one is Carnelian, which is a red stone. And then the third pile is going to be Lithium Quartz. Okay, so I'm just going to let you all tune into the cards. This is 1, 2 is in the middle, 3 is over here. So just choose the card that feels best for you. Okay, I can already tell you that Twinkles is staring at me and I'm sure he'll be in here shortly. He's sitting in the hallway. Alright, so Smithsonite. So cosmic forces. What does pile number 1 need to know about someone in their life right now? Alright, so we have 9 of Swords reversed, 10 of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords, 2 of Wands, and Page of Wands. Okay, so 10 of Swords reversed. I would say you've recently changed things or you've broken things off with someone because these 3 cards are in reverse. So maybe you used to be feeling a headache from the person. It used to be overwhelming. It used to feel like a burden. And then abruptly it just ended, right? The Knight of Swords is in reverse. It was just like, it was done, right? And it's almost kind of feels like now like your slate is kind of clean. But it feels like it's fresh and it just happened. So it's like this energy of like, oh my goodness, like I have so many things I can do now. I have so many freedoms that I didn't think of before. Like there's like things I wanted to accomplish in my life that like I actually have time and space to do that. And honestly, it might be a little disorienting, like how much freedom you have and how many things you actually can do now because you're not held back anymore. That dense energy, like it feels like it's gone. And we have Knight of Cups, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like you have more freedom now to fulfill yourself, to do the things that you want to do, but I don't feel like you've started doing them yet. Like, because the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And this card, she's in a bathrobe with a cup and pampering herself, but it's in reverse. So I feel like it hasn't happened yet. Like it's on your to-do list of things to do, but you haven't done it. You haven't fully moved into that energy yet. But I still feel this energy of like disorientation. Like I don't know. It almost feels like not all parts of you are up to speed with what's happened. So it's happened in the physical, but maybe emotionally some parts of you are still in the past. And that's why you feel a little discombobulated because it feels like the energy of like I'm over here and over here and over here and over here all at the same time. And it's like a lot. Like all of you hasn't caught up to the fact that you have this space open for you now. Like you can move forward in a new way and you're unhindered. And I feel like you're just not used to being unhindered. So the Smithsonite stone is rebirth from chaos, evolution, stress relief, emotional boost, clearing of obstacles for growth. Yeah, rebirth from chaos. I feel like that sounds like this pile. All right, you are haltingly moving forward into creating something new. If you feel as if you're unsteady and even going a little backwards at times, it is only because you were being asked to look to the past and the lessons learned so that your next steps can be sure and steady. You guys, I did not know what this meant. So that's crazy. That's exactly what I said. Okay, so what is it that you need to know moving forward? How do you move forward past this? So show me how pile number 1 moves forward. Page of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like reorienting your work schedule. Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Making space for old friends. Okay, like before you had the relationship, there were things that you loved to do. There were things that like made you feel really connected. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Feel in your body. What were those things that made you feel connected? What did you like really like to do that was like just for you that maybe you forgot or lost yourself in when you were in that relationship that wasn't quite aligned for you? Okay, what was your alone time? What was your connection practice? You know, did you just always have your coffee in the morning with your cat? Did you go to Zumba after work and that was like your like super fun time? I actually really like Zumba. I think it's fantastic. Did you have like a little ritual thing that you used to do that like you're no longer doing now? So I feel like connecting back to that, whatever that would be, that would help you a lot. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Pentacles upright. This feels like rearranging a work situation or rearranging how you do work, or maybe like don't allow yourself to be too much into work because it's a distraction. So it's kind of like, how do I say this? Doing work is something that's familiar and it's comforting because it's familiar, and so sometimes we can like focus too much on our work or put it first because it makes us feel comforted, right? Because leaving this past situation and moving so much into the new has kind of made you feel uncomfortable. So instead of using work as a way to kind of like feel comforted just because it's familiar, familiarity being the comfort part, not necessarily comfort, I guess familiarity would be the correct word, and to instead do nurturing activities. And that could be also picking up some sort of craft that you used to have. I personally like to crochet, random thing, like that makes me feel really great. So that, like, you could do something like that, or like pick up the piano if you used to play piano, like that would be a good thing to do. It's gonna, so doing crafts and like doing music is gonna bring you back into the present. And we have the Hierophant card. This card is a book though. Like, what books did you like to read before? Like, what were your passions and things that make you excited? What did you get excited learning about? If there was something, learning feels like very high vibe to me. What was the thing that you were so excited in learning that you set aside when you were in that relationship that now you could pick back up? That would create that joy and that excitement again. We have 10 of Pentacles and Page of Cups. So it's up to you to create that emotional fulfillment, and you have so many options and so many ways of doing so. So don't focus on any sadness or any, I don't know if I want to use the word emptiness, but don't focus on like, oh, well, I used to do this with that person, but now they're not here. Like, I just feel very clearly like, don't focus on that. That's not going to help you at all. You'd be better off getting yourself busy with some activity or group activity. So I don't know if there's like some sport you could take up or something like that, but definitely reconnecting with friends, reconnecting with old hobbies, or picking back up something that you really enjoyed learning. That's going to create a sense of fulfillment and a sense of wholeness back in your life, and that's going to allow you to come back to center and all of your emotions to like come back and be present inside you, so you can feel like, like this is correct, right? This is what I needed to hear. Let's choose a surrender card. Let's see what we need to know about this. Yes. We're gonna pick this one. Ooh, surrender to your intuition. Surrender to that which that you know and feel called. What has your intuition been calling you to do lately? What has your intuition been calling you to pick up? Has it been whispering you a certain book? Has it been whispering to you a certain practice? Or maybe taking a walk every day? Or maybe going swimming every day? Or, you know, joining a gym or doing something fun like that? Like, what is your intuition telling you? And also I'm getting the vibe too that like, the things that you psychically picked up about this person that you were just in a relationship with, you were probably right. You were probably right. And I feel like you like don't have validation on that. You're just like, oh, but I'm not sure. If you're thinking that and like picking it up and thinking, I kind of feel like this was probably true, but I have no verification of that, it probably was true. It probably was true. I feel like it's kind of like a left open door for you. You're like, oh, but I'm just not sure. I feel like it's important for you to just like allow the door to be closed, like, and not be in that, be more in trusting energy and not in not in seeking energy. A lot of times if there was something that happened and we didn't kind of rectify the situation or understand it in our own mind, we can keep the door open by thinking about it. And I'm feeling like that is is keeping you out of your body. It's not bringing you into the present moment. And so I'm feeling like it's like about trusting yourself. You just have to trust that you made the right decision. You just have to trust that, yeah, you were probably right. Even though you don't have outside verification, you just got to trust the chances of you being right super high. And I'm feeling very clearly like, even if you weren't right, it doesn't matter because the person was not correct for you. Like, even if you weren't right, it doesn't matter because they were not soul aligned. They were not correct for you. There were too many imbalances. Who cares if they actually did the thing you think they did, or if things were the way that they said that person said that they were. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Because they weren't correct anyway. They weren't correct anyway, so you can shut the door and like move on to doing things that nurture you and make you feel good. Nurturing, that's the next thing I'm hearing very clearly. Oh, I should have got the nurture deck. Oh well. Focusing on the other person is not nurturing, is the next message that I'm hearing. Like, it takes you out of your body and out of your focus. Thinking of things undone, thinking of things unsaid, thinking of things they did. Really, you have to have a practice to just be like, okay, but I'm letting it go. It doesn't really matter what they said or what I didn't say because, like, it just wasn't aligned. Like, it's time to move on and be present and be in my body. And I feel like that's why they're bringing, like, up activities to me. Of you doing these activities is going to help you a lot. So 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Yeah, the fights that you got into, it was because they were hiding things. There were things that you are correct in the energy of they were hiding things. The things just, I get this feeling like the person might have created a lot of like drama and chaos. Like it was like the energy was like this, so it's like you're not even sure if like this was hidden or that was hidden, like which one was it. But I'm just feeling very clear like it just doesn't matter. It's just focusing on those things is taking you out of your power, and it's just like you got to make the choice that I trust myself, I made the right decision. I trust myself, I made the right decision. The next card that I pulled are the Fool and 7 of Wands in reverse. So allowing this conflict to be in your vibration is not serving you or helping you. And doing new activities, going to new places, doing things in a new way is going to help rewire your brain. So if you are like still driving the same way to work, still doing a lot of the same things you were doing before and wearing like a lot of the same clothing, it can keep your brain in that habit pattern, like in that loop. And in order to like be like, no, I'm a new person, I trust myself, I trust myself, it is very useful to create new habit patterns. So maybe like you drive to work a slightly different way, and as you drive to work you affirm, new timeline, new self, I trust myself in this timeline, I'm taking this road to work, I trust myself, this is my new timeline, right? You can do little cues in your reality for that. For instance, I bought a new wet comb. A wet comb is just for combing your hair when it's wet. And the reason why I bought it was because I was at the dollar store and I saw it and I was like, I love that color. It's periwinkle. I'm buying it. I'm buying it because it's representing a new timeline for me. And I went home and I threw out the old wet comb. And I threw it out because I'd had it for like 15 years. I was like, I don't want to look at this anymore. Like, I'm done with it. So I put the new one in my shower, and every time I look at it, I'm like, I'm in a new timeline. So you can do it with just small things just like that. And I think that would help you very much, like, be in the present moment and, like, complete this, like, phoenix energy. I feel like all these things that weren't aligned, like, this relationship was not aligned. And it's like things got, you know, burned to the ground and removed. And please don't focus on the ashes is, like, what I'm getting. Focus on like the new fertile ground in front of you. Focus on the grass in front of you. Focus on what you're planting in that grass. Focus on the different like wildflowers and herbs that are growing in the grass. Like really put all your focus on the new and just like let go of all those old things. The more you calibrate to the new, calibrate to a new timeline, and calibrate to like happiness and joy that you can get from going out with your friends, doing group activities, doing some sort of workout thing because you love it, doing a craft because you enjoy it. It's going to anchor you more and more deeply into the new timeline and into that new energy. All right. Okay. Pile number 2 is going to be Carnelian. Okay, cosmic forces. What does pile number 2 need to know about a person or a relationship in their life? All right. Just a second. Pile number 2, the Carnelian pile. I don't know why I'm feeling like some sort of like financial hardship here. Okay. This 5 of Pentacles energy, like this guy is like sitting out in the rain. There is a cat running on him. So I feel like you do have support, or you are receiving support, even though like there are like unfortunate times. It's kind of like what it feels to me. Maybe people did things that you didn't expect or weren't right with the 10 of Swords reversed. And it's created like some slightly hard times. People said things, they told you certain things were going to occur, but they didn't occur. And it kind of feels like, I don't know if they were outright like lying to you, but this Knight of Wands like in reverse here, it feels like just like telling you the best case scenario, but it wasn't accurate. It just wasn't, whatever you were being told, it wasn't accurate. And you didn't receive what you thought that you were going to receive. And like, I just get this feeling like with the Tower here that you felt like really shattered by it. You were just like, oh no, I thought that was going to happen and it didn't happen. And 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It feels to me like this feeling of now you really need to like watch your money, or really like pay attention to it. And not let you just like, you really need to be vigilant because things are not the way you thought that they were going to be. I don't know if it was like you thought you were going to get a raise and didn't. I feel like there might have been some money spent that because you thought things were going to be a certain way. So maybe like you spent money, or you bought something, or maybe you got like a payment. Like I'm just as an example, like maybe you bought a car and you have this car payment now, but you thought you were going to be supported in some way so you could easily make the payment, but now like the situation is different, or maybe you don't have like the cheap rent you had, so now like you can't make the car payment if it's something like that. All right. 3 of Wands. It feels like maybe considering moving. I'm getting the energy of moving. It feels like maybe mentally this is like hard for you to decide because you are attached to certain things being a certain way, and you're afraid that maybe you won't have certain comforts if you move. I do feel like the moving could be like a fresh energy if you are able to do that. All right, let's get more perspective on this for the Carnelian. Oh, I'm feeling called that I should read to you Carnelian. Let's read what Carnelian says. Increase confidence, dignity, poise, self-assurance. Rising above the fray is much easier when you feel confident in your strength and know that the conscious universe is lighting the path for you. There's no shame in feeling unsure as you leave behind the unfamiliar, but Carnelian spirit is here to help you grow your confidence so you can experience dignity and poise even when it's clear that you are imperfect and not completely certain of what next step to take. You have come so far and have grown so much. Give yourself credit and know that you know how to make the best decisions. All right, so how can my pile number 2s co-create with spirit to allow everything to unfold for them? Okay. 10 of Cups energy. I mean, what friends do you have that can help you? I feel like there's like, is there a family member that like is your favorite? Can they help you? Can you ask them for some like advice? Or maybe if you just tell them your situation, they'll be able to help you. The Sun and 6 of Swords. Okay, so the Sun is reversed and 6 of Swords is upright. I feel like leaning on these family members or a really, really good friend that maybe like feels like a family member, that is going to help you transition through this emotional time. With the 6 of Quartz Swords, she's driving away from the rain. So leaning on your support network, even just telling them, you know, this and this happened and I need help with this, this and this, or like, do you have any ideas for me that I haven't thought of, or something like that. And they'll be able to lend you some sort of emotional support or maybe temporary like physical support. And then I've given this energy that if you just like surrender and just ask, just instead of saying, oh, this is so frustrating that this, and this happened, just say, I received the right next step. So it's like surrendering the struggle and the difficulty and saying, I choose the right next step. I choose the divine step. It's Knight of Swords energy. It's going to allow everything to change like really fast. Like it's just like a, it just feels like things moving really fast. So let's see what we're getting from these cards. Surrender negative thinking. That's funny. That's what just came through. All right, surrender negative thinking. Surrender that it's not working, and surrender to silence, and surrender to effortlessness. So when you are silent, you can actually hear the divine guidance that's coming through really, really clearly. And so if we think of negative thinking as like a frequency, like a radio station going on in your mind, when you stop negative thinking, it's like you turn off that radio station. Okay? So it's like the noise. It's like turning off the noise. Yeah, that feels really powerful to me. Because when you turn off the noise and you like listen, then you can surrender to effortlessness, and then you can bring in this energy of confidence that the Carnelian is bringing out. The Carnelian wants you to feel confident in yourself, confident in your abilities, confident in your power, okay? But if you're continuously going over the negative narrative in your head, like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened, this person did this, now I'm struggling with this, and like, this is really hard, it's stopping the Carnelian confidence from coming through. So turn off the negative thinking and tune into the feelings of, I am strong. I do know what to do. I can do this. The right next step is coming to me. The path is being shown to me. And if you need to tell yourself that all day, every day, I would definitely do that. Your divine guidance will tell you who to call. It will tell you what family member or friend to ask advice for or to ask assistance from. It will tell you what you need to do, right? You will receive the guidance. You will receive the like intuitive input. Okay. Moss has joined us. She's going to sit down there and be cute. Moss is one of my kitties. All right, what else does this one? Oh, here we go. Great cards. 2 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Here we go. This is going to open up opportunities for you, and you're going to get the divine fulfillment that you want. You're going to feel that support and that I have what I need, and everything is working out for me now. Okay, so see, Moss is here. Moss agrees. So all right, what I want you to get from this whole entire reading is, it doesn't matter what has happened. It doesn't matter what has happened. Just focus on everything is working out for me. Every step I take, everything gets easier, right? I have divine support. I have everything that I need. Everything is working out for me. My whole world is taking care of me, okay? These sort of affirmations and these choices will help you literally shift everything around, right? You are the one who can change this. So leaning into this Carnelian energy is really going to create that opening of the sun is out. It has stopped raining. The sun is out, right? Focus on the sun. Stop focusing on the rain. So focusing on the sun will bring more sunshine. And no more focusing on the rain. So surrender negative thinking and surrender to effortlessness. Okay? And there are people around you that can help you and are able to give you assistance that you need. Whether it's physical assistance, monetary assistance, or just advice. All right, so that is what I'm getting from pile number 2. And let's move into pile number 3. All right, so pile number 3 is Lithium, Quartz. All right. I don't actually think I've ever pulled that card before. Alright, so Lithium Quartz. What does pile number 3? Oh, well, we're just falling out of the deck here. 9 of Cups. The High Priestess. I don't know why. I kind of get this energy of, are you partying too much? Are you going out too much? Are you going out all the time no matter what and not listening to your intuition? We have the Death card. So it's time for a change. It's time for a transformation. Knight of Wands. I feel like it's time to follow your passions. And let's see. This card. Knight of Cups. I feel like there's been an extreme amount of focus on socialization, and even though like you love that, it could be draining your bank account. That could be a thing with the 4 of Pentacles here, but it's also putting a damper on your passion with this Knight of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like you don't really have like enough energy to like execute the things you're passionate about or that you want to, the things that give you fulfillment and bring you joy. And it might be because your sleep schedule is a little messed up, or because you've just been like spending too much time going out. And I feel like all your friends do this, and so you do this too a lot. And I'm not saying like you shouldn't. What I am picking up is like your intuition is telling you sometimes, hey, you should stay home, and you're just completely disregarding it and going out anyway. And I kind of feel like you're going out because it's like a habit pattern. And here we go. We have Champagne, Ace of Cups, 5 of Swords. I'm getting kind of this energy of like you don't really want to miss out, like fear of missing out. And then let's see, we have Page of Pentacles with like the lemonade stand. So it's feeling to me like there is some sort of, I don't know if it's like a side business or if it's like a project or whatever, but there is something that you really like enjoy and you kind of like want to do, but it's just not in the forefront of your consciousness. Like your social life and the things that are going on in your life are so busy and there's like so much happening, and I just feel like you're very outward focused on those things, so you're not as focused on the inward things. And it's just creating a little bit of an imbalance. And there is some sort of like creation, or, and I'm getting this with this card, the Page of Pentacles. There is like something on your heart and on your mind that you really want to create and you want to put creative energy into, but like I just feel like you don't feel like you have enough like power or ability to do it, and because you just feel like you can't, instead you spend a lot of time socializing. And like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm feeling like the guidance is that just everything in balance. Like go socialize for sure. Just like, you know, everything in balance. And So surrender to the wisdom of your body. What a good card. Okay, so sometimes it is divinely aligned to go out and socialize. Sometimes it is divinely aligned to stay home. Sometimes it is divinely aligned to focus on the project that you're excited about. You know what I mean? And like, your body will tell you what the correct thing is to do. Your body will give you, you know, that insight. Surrender to passion. Okay, if you are enthralled in your passion and you are just having the best grand old time with it, that is going to feed your soul in a way that the socializing can't. Okay? Doing the thing that you're best at, doing the thing that you love to do, doing the thing that you're made to do on the planet creates a sort of like fire frequency inside of you, like a passionate thing going on, and it's like a whole entirely different energy. And when you're embodying that energy, it's like, oh, magic happens, and we have the Surrender to Miracles card. Like, things just start opening up for you. Doors start opening up. I feel like you're focused so much on, like, I'm going to call it over-socialization. There's nothing wrong with socializing. I spend copious amounts of time socializing every week as well. But the massive socialization or the massive going out is, like, it's just, like, to, like, fill the void. But, like, if you surrender to your passion, the thing that you love to do and you know that Spirit has been calling you to do, you would feel more in balance. You would feel more happy. You'd feel more connected. Ooh, that's the word I want to... connected. You would feel more connected. And that connectedness would lead to even more fulfilling connections. So, I mean, I feel like you would still go out and you still should go out. They would be more fulfilling when you do go out. Your cup would be more full. The way that you fill your cup... Okay, this is the message. The way that you fill your cup, pile number 3, is to do your passion. Do the thing that you love to do that makes you happy. Do the thing that you're best at. Do that. Allow your life to revolve around that. And that will create this beautiful, that will create connection inside of you, because it will be connection between you and you. It'll be connection between you and you. And then you'll just be this overflowing cup, and then you'll still go out with your friends and you'll still do all the things, but oh man, you're going to be at such a higher frequency. You'll be exuberant, you'll be happier, you'll just be more fulfilled from life. I'm feeling like you're going out so much because you're just not fulfilled from this like well of passion that is like overflowing within you. But in order to get that well to flow, you gotta be like in the energy of the thing. Okay. King of Wands. King of Wands. Wands are passion. So stepping more into, I am the creator of the thing, right? It's going to open up all these opportunities for you. 3 of Wands. When you get in that passion and energy and you're like, oh, I'm putting it first. Like, I'm being in command. I'm choosing. And you don't have to let it consume your life. I feel like maybe in the past it hasn't worked, or it consumed your life at that time and it didn't work, and you just don't want to do that again, and you're like, oh, I just don't really want to fail. So therefore, but I know if I go out with my friends, I won't fail. I'll have a great time, so you do that instead. Totally fine. However, the message from Spirit is like, you know, it doesn't need to overtake your life. I'm really feeling very much the energy of balance. So everything in balance, going out in balance, doing your passion in balance. Oh, okay, so here's what I'm feeling. Only doing the creative endeavor thing and letting all the other areas of your life shut down is out of balance. Only going out all the time and socializing and not doing like all the other things you need to do, also life out of balance. And like, I just feel like they're wanting to express the fulfillment that can come from balance. So maybe, you know, 20% is spent going out with friends, 20% is spent on the passion project, and 20% is spent with your family. You know, like this much, or it doesn't need to be percentages, but you know what I mean. A third here, a third here, a third here. That's going to create just an imbalance. I feel like as soon as you start taking steps towards your dream, this 3 of Wands energy is going to happen. More opportunities are going to come, and that's going to open you up, and you're not going to be so bored. You might be bored and like in a rut and doing the same thing all the time, and the way you create kind of like excitement is through like over socializing and going out. But it's just to like fill a void because you're not doing things equally. You're not like doing health this much, friends this much, passionate activity this much. So surrender to the wisdom of your body and surrender to the passion, and it will create miracles. Your body knows. Your body knows. You don't have to use your mind to decide how to divide up your time. You can feel it in your body. When you feel that excitement of, oh my God, I want to go out with my friends, then you should go out with your friends. When you feel the feeling of, you know what, I think I'm going to like have a bubble bath and read tonight. Trust that and then do that. When you're like, oh, I feel like I want to call some of my family members, trust that. When you feel like, oh, I want to work on my passion project, trust that. I feel like this whole thing is about connection with self for you, pile number 3. And connection with self will create that feeling of fulfillment. Okay, lithium quartz. Harmoniousness, peaceful, joyful interconnectedness. All right. Overstimulation can be distracting, so refresh yourself from some time spent in or around nature or nature's creatures, whether it is a furry, warm animal or a pond with fish swimming happily. Retrain your senses to recognize that all is well when you are tuned into the rhythms of the earth and aware of the interconnectedness of the water, the sky, yourself, and the ground beneath your feet, the breeze, and the birds flying from tree to tree. Turn your face to the sun, recognizing that just as you drink in its rays, you are always drinking in the pure joy and love available to you from the conscious universe. Today is a day for experiencing peacefulness, harmony, and happiness. I love that, interconnectedness. All right, pile number 3. That was your message for today, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye. Oh, decks used, before I forget. I use the Crystal Spirits by Denise Lynn. The Power of Surrender by Judith Orloff. And the Wake Me Up Tarot, which I cannot pronounce the name of the person who made this. But to buy this deck, I had to message them on Instagram. And then they sent it to me. So, yeah. Alright guys, bye.